we are unaware of the unconscious patterns that ruin our lives. We repeat behaviors over and over, not realizing that nothing will ever change if we won't change. Walang magbabago sa buhay mo kung hindi mo babaguhin yung sarili mo. So if you wanna ruin your year, keep doing the 7 things I will share with you in this video. Yes, this video is about how to ruin your year. Let's start with number 1. Number 1, start something then don't finish it. Ito yung tinatawag nating mga intro boys. A lot of us wants to start things. A lot of us sa una lang magaling. And this happens in every aspect of our lives. In terms of relationship, yung mga magjowa, sa una lang magaling, nung nanliligaw lang magaling, nung nag-a-apply ka ng trabaho, you wanna be promoted, you want a better pay, pero sa una ka lang din magaling. When you are creating content, sinimulan mo. When you want to build your own personal brand, sinimulan mo, pero hindi mo tinapos, hindi ka naging consistent. And there's a huge chance that you started filming videos, but you didn't even upload it. Sinimulan mo, pero hindi mo tinapos. Maybe you are watching a lot of videos and then you are motivated, you are inspired. Kasi sabi dun sa video, magbasa ka ng libro. So bumili ka ng bagong libro. Excited ka pa. Sobrang excited kang basahin yung libro. Nagtimpla ka ng kape mo. Nagkakape ka pa habang nagbabasa ng libro. And at the end of the day, hindi mo tinapos yung libro. And this is a behavioral pattern that you have to break. Because how you do the small things is how you will do the big things in your lives. Kung meron mga bagay na sinisimulan mo pero hindi mo tinatapos, asahan mo na gagawin mo yan sa mas malalaking bagay sa buhay mo. Let's just say you want to start something. Let's just say this is you. And you want to start something. Maybe content creation, building your own personal brand, building your business, building your career, learning a new skill, reading books, whatever you want to do. And this is the goal right here. And the goal is always to finish. Now here's the idea. When you start, which can be the hardest part for most people, this is the start of a transformation process. Because when you reach a certain goal, when you finish something, it's not just about the goal, it's not just about the finish line. It's about who you become in the process. That when you finish, when you get things done, you will learn the value of keeping your word. You will learn the value of responsibility, accountability, and integrity. Matututo ka na tapusin lahat ng bagay na nasimulan mo. And that's a sure sign of success. And a lot of people will set a really big goal, a really intimidating one, sisimulan nila just to feel good about themselves, and then they will stop. What happens here is you will be more insecure about yourself. You will feel bad about yourself. Which will lead to one, you will just give up because you now have a poor self-image, mababa na yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, lalo ka na nagdududa sa sarili mo because you have evidences that you are a quitter. Or number 2, you will set bigger goals to feed your ego. Something that can be unachievable right now. Something na parang mas malayo. Just to make you feel good. And bottom line, since alam mo sa sarili mo na ang layo niya, you have an excuse to quit. So sisimulan mo lang siya for the sake na masabing nasimulan mo. But eventually, you know that you will stop and say, masyado kasing malaki yung goal. And then what will happen? Again, 2 things. You will either quit, you will stop, or you will set a bigger goal again. Just to convince yourself. Just to make you feel good about yourself. And this is an ego projection. This is not just achieving your goals. You are not moving towards a direction. You are just projecting your ego. Na teka, may goal ako. Na teka, malupit ako. Na teka, magaling ako. Kaya ko to. But then again, you will eventually start and stop. When you do this over and over, you are just building evidences that you can't finish what you started, that you cannot get things done. And this is one of the best ways to ruin 2026. And this is one of the best ways to ruin your year because you started strong. You started with a goal, with clarity, with a decision that you will change your life, that you will become a millionaire. Na this time, hindi mo na problema pera. Na this time, hindi mo na problema utang. Na this time, hindi mo na problema yung mga bills. That this time, you will be financially free. Pero para makarating ka doon, kailangan mong tapusin yung nasimulan mo. So if you wanna sabotage your year, simulan mo. Tapos pag mong tatapusin. Number 2, complicate things. Gawin mong komplikado yung mga bagay-bagay. You know what? I've been telling people, and most of the time, we complicate things because we don't have clarity. If you are clear, you can make things simple. And if you don't have clarity, you will make things more complicated. Let me explain. So if you don't have clarity, let's just say wala ka nito. What will happen is, 1, you will delay decisions. So this is worse than starting and not finishing it. Because you are delaying decisions. You are just waiting for things to happen. So when you delay, you get poor or no results. No one gets good results from delayed decisions. Kung dati, pag nag-delay ka, may advantage, ngayon hindi na. There's no advantage in delay. So eventually, you will get poor results. When you get poor results, you are building poor mindset. When you have a poor mindset, you will also have poor beliefs. And eventually, you will make poor choices or decisions. Kasi pwedeng you're coming from being desperate now. And when this happens, you will build a poor self-image, which will create more delay, more poor choices, more poor results, and this is a downward spiral. Pabagsakan ito. And this is a huge problem. And when you complicate things, you will lose clarity. Kasi nga ginagawa mong komplikado yung mga bagay-bagay. Now, watch what happens when you have clarity. When you have clarity, number 1, you have a clear goal or a destination. If you have a clear goal and destination, you will be pointed towards the right direction. Pag nasa tamang direction ka, so if you know what you must do, what you can do, so if you know your destination, and you are moving towards the right direction, all you need to do is make decisions quicker, faster. So when you make choices and decisions, yes, you may fail. Yes, you will make mistakes. But you will learn faster from it because you are clear with your destination, with where you wanna go. Malinaw sa'yo kung saan ka papunta. So kung malinaw sa'yo yung direction mo at saan ka papunta, kahit magkamali ka, tuloy ka. Kasi alam mo yung destination mo. Versus kung wala kang clarity, magulo, komplikado, mabilis kang susuko. Kasi hindi mo alam yung ginagawa mo. You won't even learn from your own mistakes. Because you complicate things. Now, when you make choices, quick, that's called speed, you will discover what works and what doesn't work. So you can break the patterns and create new patterns. Which means that you will get things done. After getting things done, you will feel good about yourself. So you are building a good mindset. You are building beliefs. And you are building a new self-image. So when you do that, you are collecting evidences that you can get things done. That you can finish what you started. And you are becoming a better person. You are more aligned to the future that you want. And when you have clarity, you can make things simple. If it's simple, it's more doable. Remember that it's not about the information. It's all about the execution. Kasi sobrang daming kumakalat na information ngayon at paulit-ulit tayong nagko-consume ng information pero nagbago ba buhay natin? Yumaman ka ba sa kakapanood ng videos? Pwedeng makatulong ang panonood ng videos pero remember na ang magpapayaman sa'yo, ikaw, hindi yung video. Ang magpapayaman sa'yo, yung execution mo from the videos that you are watching. So if you complicate things, there's no clarity, there's no plan, and eventually, you will delay decisions, which will ruin your year. Number 3, be a people pleaser. Now, this is a huge problem with most people, especially leaders and entrepreneurs. Because when you are a leader, you understand that the source of your income is based on building your team. That's common sense. If you are in network marketing, if you are selling insurance, if you are in sales, there's a huge chance that your income is highly dependent on the size of your team. So the bigger the team, the bigger the income. But the problem is, since you want to have a bigger team, you tend to please people without having your own rules, without having structures, without having designs, without having a system and culture. So hindi nyo ngayon maintindihan anong susundin nyo because you just wanna please your team, kahit mali na. Now the problem with that is there's no direction, there's no culture, there's no structure, and more importantly, you will lose your identity. You will lose a sense of who you are. Because if you want to please everyone around you, you will lose self-respect. Kasi hindi mo talaga mapiplease lahat. Even if you are in an organization, there should be a specific culture and structure. This happens with entrepreneurs as well. If the culture in your business is high performance, everyone is working hard. Even if you are trying to recruit people who are smart and creative, if they are lazy, these people won't match the culture that you already have, that you are building. And if you try to please people, think about it. High performance yung culture mo. Masipag lahat. Nagpasok ka ng tamad. Magaling nga pero tamad. If you will please the tamad, you will lose all the masipag people. You will lose your high performers because you are tolerating the lazy people. So when you are building anything in your life, you cannot please people. You have to set rules. You have to create a culture. You have to build structures. And this happened in my business. I've been doing business for more than 20 years, and this had been a problem with me as well. I became a superhero. What does that mean? When I started my business, of course, galing ako sa hirap. Ang alam ko lang is magbenta. Ang alam ko lang, ito yung puhunan ko, ito yung benta ko. Yung tubo dyan, yan yung income ko. I just wanna sell products. But eventually, nung lumalaki yung negosyo, you have to hire people. And when I started, I don't even know how to hire. Ang alam ko lang, kailangan ko na magbabantay sa tindahan. So of course, ititrain mo yung tao. Tuturuan mo. Malalaman niya yung presyo. Ang problem, 20 years ago, will be the suppliers. Right? If meron kang trusted employee, there's a chance na malaman niya yung supplier mo. Pag nalaman niya yung supplier mo, pwede siyang magtayo ng negosyo, kalabang ka. So ngayon, pipilitin mong ingatan yung empleyado mong yan kahit hindi naman functional, kahit hindi naman magaling, kahit tamad. Kasi marami na siyang alam. So as I expand the business, akala ko, the more na dumadami yung tindahan ko, because way back, we've been selling cellphones, cell cards, cellphone accessories. Panahon na hindi pa uso yung touchscreen. Panahon ng Alcatel, Nokia, Motorola. Tapos nung time na yon, ang load, ni-scratch pa. Tapos 300 yung load, 100. hanggang sa nauso yung e-load. So way back, meron kaming mga tindahan. Bumibili kami ng produkto from Divisoria, dinadala namin ng Laguna yan. So sa tindahan, we all think na pag marami kang tindahan, of course, mas marami yung kita. The problem is, the more na dumadami yung empleyado without a system, pwede kang manakawan, pwede kang makupitan, pwedeng ma-hold up. Hindi pa uso yung POS nung time na yon. Hindi pa uso yung CCTV, napakamahal pa. So it's really hard to build systems. And more importantly, it's hard to build people. Hindi pa uso yung personal development, hindi pa uso yung trainings. Wala pa nagtuturo ng business. You have to learn from your own mistakes. And mistakes are extremely expensive. So what happened in the past was, I have a lot of employees na magkakaiba ng ugali. At ako, humaharap ako sa kanila na iba-iba rin yung ugali ko, kada tindahan, iba ako. I didn't realize that I was losing myself. So doon na nagsimulang ma-burnout. And eventually, napabayaan ko yung traditional business, kaya nag-focus ako sa isang business. Yes, I earned a lot of money. But again, it's not just about the money. Kasi kahit marami kang pera, if you are losing who you are, mauubos din yung pera mo. Babagsak din yung negosyo mo. And that's what happened to me in the past. And tayong mga negosyante, akala kasi natin kapag masaya ang mga tao sa paligid natin, kapag lagi natin silang napapakain, lagi natin silang nai-incentivize, akala natin when we please them, they will stay. It doesn't work that way. Our job as entrepreneurs is to create a system with clear structures, with a clear vision, a clear goal, a culture, and recruit people who will match the system, who wants the culture, who wants to go where we want to go. So your business is a vehicle. And the vehicle will take people from point A to point B. A vehicle will take people to a certain destination. So you have to make sure that the people you will recruit in your vehicle, in your business, are people who wanna go where you wanna go. Hindi ka pwedeng magsakay ng taong papunta sa Davao kung papunta ka ng Cebu. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-recruit ng taong mahilig sa jazz kung rock and roll yung music mo habang bumabiyahe. Dapat iisa ng kanta, iisa ng sayaw, iisa ng galaw. So our job is to create systems and then recruit the right people. Not to make them happy, not to please people. Hindi natin makokontrol ang nararamdaman ng mga tao. Trabaho nilang pasayahin yung sarili nila. Ang trabaho natin, tulungan silang makamit yung mga pangarap nila. So if you are an entrepreneur, build systems and recruit the right people. But if you wanna ruin your year, then be a people pleaser. It's all up to you. Number 4, compare yourself to other people. Now, this is common sense, guys. This is something known to us. The problem is, we keep doing this over and over. Gigising ka pa lang sa umaga, tinitingnan mo na agad yung buhay ng ibang tao. Now, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by the lives of other people, by the results of these hyper-successful entrepreneurs. It's good if you are inspired. But if you are comparing yourself, it's not good for you. Minsan, kinukumpara natin yung edad natin sa edad ng iba. It's like, there's a lot of pressure. 30 plus na ako, wala pa akong anak, wala pa akong asawa, wala pa akong pamilya, wala pa akong negosyo, wala pa akong napapatunayan. Tapos makakakita ka sa social media, 20 millionaire, 21 multi-millionaire, 30 plus billionaire. And then you will just feel bad about yourself. That you have to understand that you cannot compare your chapter 1 on other people's chapter 10, on other people's chapter 20. At sabihin natin, may mga batang milyonaryo, baka mas maaga silang nagnegosyo sa'yo. Baka maganda yung timing nila, baka mas masipag sila. And remember na may mga bagay na hindi tayo nakikita. Most entrepreneurs in social media won't show you their struggles, won't show you their challenges, won't tell you the truth because they are maintaining a brand. Kailangan lagi silang astig, na kailangan lagi silang magaling, na kailangan looking good lagi, na parang wala silang problema. But the reality is there are things that we don't see. There are things that we don't know. You have to understand that the hyper-successful people, may mga pinagdaanan kami na hindi nyo na alam. Na hindi natin alam kung kakayanin nyo pag dumaan kayo doon. Think about it. May mga taong sikat. Naiinggit ka kasi ang dami nilang likes. Ang dami nilang followers. Pero nakikita ba natin yung bashers? Kaya mo bang tangkihin yung bash? Kaya mo bang i-receive yung mga pambabash? Kaya mo bang i-handle yun? Kaya mo bang i-handle, pag sobrang sikat ka na, kaya mo bang i-handle na binabash na pati nanay mo, pati tatay mo, pati anak mo, pati buong pamilya mo, damay-damay. Naiinggit ka sa mga sikat. Pero okay ba sa'yo na laging may nagpapapicture sa'yo habang kumakain ka? Na wala ka laging privacy? Naiinggit ka sa mga negosyante kasi ang dami nilang pera. Pero alam mo ba yung hirap na pinagdaanan ng mga negosyante? Ilang beses na lugi, ilang beses na talo, ilang beses na loko, ilang beses na bankrupt. Gaano kadami yung naging utang sa bangko na yung iba hanggang ngayon nangungutang ulit just to sustain the business. Yung iba nangungutang ulit to expand the business, to scale the business. I want you to understand na yung level ng success na naaabot ng mga tao, yun din yung level ng struggles na pinagdadaanan nila. Hindi sila dumaan sa struggle at hindi nila na-build yung sarili nila. Babagsak at babagsak yan kasi kailangan na ma-build yung character para ma-sustain yung success. So if someone is really successful right now and they can sustain it, it's because of their character. It's because of who they are. Not just because swerte, not just because naka-timing, but because they worked hard to build themselves. Something na hindi natin nakikita sa social media. Because remember that the brand is built in social media, but the character is built outside social media. Doing the things, having discipline, being consistent, doing the things they must do. Having the discipline, being consistent, kahit walang nanonood, kahit walang audience. That's how you build character. The character that will sustain success. So don't compare yourself to other people. Sabi nga ni Jordan Peterson, don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Number 5, letting emotions control your decisions. So this had been a problem right now because a lot of people are so emotional because let's be real. A lot of things are happening in our country. A lot of things are happening in other countries as well. More emotional now because of the stimulation we get in social media, in watching a lot of videos, in watching a lot of movies. Because the stimulus is more available now. Mas madaling makuha yung information. Mas madaling matuto. Even the movies, you don't have to wait anymore. Even the series, you don't have to wait anymore. Even watching animes, you don't have to wait anymore. During our time, makakanood ka lang ng anime, magre-renta ka pa ng VHS. Hindi ko alam kung inabot nyo yun, yung VHS. Yung malalaking tape. Rerentahan pa yun. At minsan, wala yung episode 25 ng Dragon Balls. Hihintayin mo pang isa uli ng ibang humiram. And then when you wait sa television, sometimes wala pang signal. Hahawakan mo pa yung antena At aabangan mo yung exact time. You have to learn patience. You have to wait. Now, people don't wait anymore. Gusto natin ura-urada, gusto natin mabilisan. And that is why a lot of people are impulsive. Most of us will let emotions dictate our behavior. Minsan pag may nakita tayo na nakakainis, bago man lang tayo huminga, bago tayo mag-isip, ano nauuna? Puso at daliri. It's as if your heart is connected to your fingers and you will just type hate towards other people. You will rant in social media. You will rant to your partners. Kung ano-anong sasabihin mo sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Minsan ginagawa pa nating tapunan ng basura yung mga mahal natin sa buhay. If you want to be successful, you have to think beyond how you feel. Yes, your emotions are important. But if it's not helping you, you have to learn how to handle your emotions. Hindi pwedeng ito lang yung nagdidikta. That there are a lot of times that your decisions are coming from negative emotions, are coming from guilt, anger, hate, shame, blame, resentment, fear, doubt. Alam mo sa sarili mo kung ano yung pinanggagalingan ng decisions mo. So kung hindi maganda yung emotions, break those patterns. Pause for a bit. Think for a moment. Break the patterns of the old self. What we want is alignment. So kung ang iniisip mo yung goals, so what we want is alignment with the vision. So you have to have a vision of what you want to achieve. A clear vision kung saan mo gustong pumunta, kung ano yung gusto mong makuha. And then feel. And then once you feel that, take massive action. But if you wanna ruin your year, sige, mag-isip ka ng negative. Sige, mang-hate ka ng iba. Sige, kumpara mo yung sarili mo sa ibang tao. And then you will feel bad, right? When you feel bad about yourself, you will decide. From what? Desperation. From negativity, toxicity. That will eventually ruin your year. Number 6, staying in the wrong community. Now, this is tied up with being a people pleaser. And there are several reasons why we stay in a community. Number 1, ego projection. There are people na sa sobrang gusto mong magmukhang magaling, you stay in a community na ikaw yung pinakamagaling. Nothing wrong if you really wanna help them. But do you really wanna help them? O gusto mo lang na ikaw lang lagi yung magaling? Gusto mo lang na ikaw lang lagi yung tama? Ayaw mo nang may challenge. You wanna be dominant in the hierarchy. So instead na maghanap ka ng magaling para lalo kang gumaling, nandun ka na lang sa circle or community na mahihina yung nandun, at least ikaw yung bida. That's 1. Number 2, may mga community na alam nating hindi nakakatulong sa atin pero nakasanayan na natin. You're just used to it. For example, you have this group of friends who loves eating. Nothing wrong with eating. I love food as well. But what if you have a goal now to have a better nutrition, to have a better life, to work on your health, lose some weight? Kasi tumatanda na tayo. Kailangan nating lumakas at alagaan yung sarili natin. Now imagine being on a diet. Salad yung order mo or some steak. Tapos order sila ng madami. What will happen? They will throw negative things at you. Pwede na lang sabihin, KJ ka na, puro ka diet. And don't get me wrong, pwedeng mahal ka nitong mga taong to. Kaya lang, there's a chance na hindi nila naiintindihan na gusto mo nang magbago. Hindi nila naiintindihan na nagda-diet ka. Kasi meron silang bagay na nakasanayan. And remember, you are trying to change as well. Hindi ka pa sanay mag-diet. Hindi ka pa sanay sa salad. Hindi ka pa sanay mag-workout. So hahatakin ka nila pabalik sa old habits mo. Don't get me wrong, you can stay friends with them. But you have to join another community that will push you, that will compel you. If you are in a community na normal yung diet, na normal na kinakain ng steak, high protein meals, salads, malamang alam nila yung mga restaurant na magaganda yung offer. Malamang they have gym memberships. Malamang ang topic is yung weight goals. Do you do stretching? How do you do mobility training? Pilates? How much do you lift? Ano yung routine mo? Ano yung cycle mo? Ilan yung macros mo? They have this certain language conducive to a better nutrition. Kahit hindi mo pa masyadong naiintindihan, napipick up yun ng utak mo, napipick up yun ng katawan mo. And unti-unti, you will be familiar with losing weight, being stronger, being a better person. It's normal for them to eat healthier. Same goes if you are in a community that focuses on hype or clout, and maybe this community is talking about other people all the time, ano mangyayari? Magiging chismoso ka. Ito dati ko pa sinasabi, pag nagsasama ka sa 4 na chismosa, ikaw na pang 5. Pag nagsasama ka sa 4 na lasinggero, ikaw na pang 5. Pag nagsasama ka sa 4 na sabungero, ikaw na pang 5. Pero pag nagsasama ka sa 4 na milyonaryo, ikaw na rin ang pang 5. At pwede niyong sabihin na pag nagsasama ka sa 4 na milyonaryo, utusan ka muna. That can happen. That can happen. Because the circle has value already. Their presence has value. The knowledge has value. The wisdom has value. The combined experiences has so much value to you. So you have to offer these millionaires value as well. What's wrong with providing value to these millionaires as well? Ganun talaga sa una. You just have to understand how to play the game. Like in my case, I was able to have this meaningful conversation with a billionaire before. So I was asking a lot of questions, hard questions, because I want to learn. Ayokong masayang yung time. Ayokong masayang yung opportunity na pwede akong matuto sa isang bilyonaryo. But the thing is, he is also asking me hard questions. Like really hard questions. So kailangan may maibigay din akong value sa kanya. And I realized that this is a give and take relationship. That I was able to sit down with billionaires because of a certain skill set that I have na 20 years bago ko na-build. So if you are not growing, if your life is miserable right now, if your life is miserable right now, and you know that, alam kong alam mo yung sinasabi ko. If you're just faking it, if you are unhappy, there's a huge chance that your community is the reason for that. So if you wanna stay where you are, kung ayaw mong magbago, then sige, diyan ka sa community mo. But if you wanna change, if you wanna be a better person, if you wanna dominate this year, then find a better community. Walang masama. Just try. Pwede ka naman bumalik eh. Right? You don't have to burn all the bridges. It's all up to you. But at least, try. Try something new. Ikaw lang ang nakakaalam if it will work. Just don't limit yourself. Huwag mong ikulong yung sarili mo. Allow yourself to experience new things. And number 7, if you do this, you will definitely ruin your year. Being cheap with growth. We are not in the information age anymore. Because there are a lot of information revolving in social media that doesn't work. There are information made to entertain you. There are information made just to monetize. And there are a lot of contradicting information even in the business world, even in the personal development space, even in the personal mastery space. And here's the risk for you. You are investing money, time, and energy. Para kanino? Para sa'yo. And you have a self-image, which is the most important aspect in your life. Yung tingin mo sa sarili mo. Now, here's the idea. If your life is already miserable right now, there's a huge chance that you have a poor self-image. Mababatingin mo sa sarili mo, you are insecure, you are doubting yourself. Or maybe you reach a certain level of success, pero bumagsak ka. Now, it's more confusing. Kasi alam mo kung paano ka yayaman, alam mo kung paano magkakapera, pero parang hindi ka na makabalik. Now, you feel more stuck. Alright? So, and the idea is, if you are in a negative situation now, of course, meron ka nang na-build na beliefs. Right? About life, about business, and all that. So, pwedeng nagtitipid ka ng pera. But you have to understand a very important principle. That when you spend more time, as time goes by, tik-tok, 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 gumagastos ka ng pera. At habang nagkukonsume ka ng energy, nagkukonsume ka ng time, and pera as well. So these are all connected. So don't be cheap with personal development. Don't be cheap with growth. Because if you're cheap and you're not investing in yourself, you will spend a lot of time looking for the right information. Which again, hindi mo alam kung totoo o effective sa'yo. And then you will spend energy taking action. And if it didn't work, bababa lang lalo yung tingin mo sa sarili mo, bababa lang din yung beliefs mo. So what's happening is, you will not be utilizing your time. And you are losing energy because you don't have alignment anymore. Remember, mind, heart, and body. Yung utak mo, nasa pangarap, yung puso mo, nasa rejection, yung katawan mo natutulog. Pahinga, procrastinating. Kasi nga, you're always looking for information. So the problem with free information is it will take a lot of time, a lot of trial and error for you to discover what works for you. And the risk around this is you risk your own alignment, you risk having a poor self-image, you risk having a poor beliefs, and more importantly, you risk getting contradicting information from the gurus and mentors. Nagko-contradict na siya. Versus if you spend a little money on your growth, number one, it's the first step in loving yourself. Because you are investing on intangibles. And the idea is, you will spend less time, you will gain more energy because now you are more aligned. I want you to remember that if you master yourself, you can master everything. In business, the longest journey is personal development. Is developing yourself. In any career, hindi skills ang pinakamatagal i-build. In any platform, in any industry, ang pinakamatagal i-build is yung sarili mo. Yung mindset mo, yung beliefs mo, yung disiplina mo, yung consistency mo, yung character mo. So if there's a program that will give you a blueprint on how you can develop yourself, that's the best investment for you. Think about it, guys. If you look at me, I can teach you how to create content. I can teach you sales. I can teach you how to be a great speaker. I can teach you how to build frameworks. Pero bakit hindi ko yung ginagawa? Well, I do that in ultimate mastery. Even if I know that those things will produce sales, before I offer you the skills, the business, the sales, I'm always pushing people to build the blueprint first. Kasi tandaan mo, na kahit gaano ka kagaling, if you can't master your emotions, babagsak ka. Kahit gaano karami pera mo ngayon, if you don't know who you are, mauubos yan. Kahit gaano kalaki pangarap mo, kung wala kang blueprint papunta sa pangarap mo, hindi ka rin makakarating. The most important investment you can have is having mastery over yourself, having mastery over your decisions. And one of the best courses I know around this is Success Blueprint. Guys, if you want to learn more, just type blueprint in the comment section or just visit our website and you will see that in the comment section, in some cards here or in the description. But regardless, just invest in yourself. Because if you want to ruin your life, if you want to ruin your year, just be cheap. Sige, huwag kang mag-invest sa sarili mo. Sige, huwag mong gastusan yung sarili mo. Huwag kang bumili ng libro. Huwag kang sumali sa mga magagandang community. Huwag kang mag-aral. Huwag mong i-develop yung sarili mo. That's the best formula for staying stuck this year. But if you want to have the best year ever, if you want to have a better life, if you want to succeed, if pagod ka na sa paulit-ulit ang nangyayari sa buhay mo, pagod ka na masaktan, pagod ka na ma-reject, pagod ka na paulit-ulit kang naloloko, pagod ka na hindi ka makabayad ng bills, lagi na lang may naniningil sa iyong bangko, may naniningil na credit card, pagod ka na parang wala kang direksyon at parang may pumipigil sa success mo, you have to invest in yourself. This year is all about centralized focus. Kasi nga, napakaraming distractions, napakaraming information na nakakalat. Your job is to have clarity so you can focus on what needs to be done. Your job is to build your blueprint. So yun lang guys, this is the end of the video, and always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.